Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another scene set in the Chronicles of Darkness Vampire Requiem for London. It has been but a few hours into the night that Charlie tortured her sire and handed him over to the Inquisition. Charlie, you have spent the last few hours in Joshua's old room mulling over his will and emotionally processing what has just happened. As well as attempting to comfort your distraught sister, who, like you, has spent the past hour weeping over what has happened. She's distraught and doesn't really know what's happening or what to do with herself.
Charlie will just be there for her and kind of stroking her back, handing her tissues, just trying to console her.
He was a good man. Who would do something like this to him?
I know. We gotta focus on moving forward.
She shakes her head. I have nothing left. He's gone. He's dead.
Hey, that's not true. You have stuff left, and even if he's gone, this is still here. And she gestures to the circus, and she says, and we're still here, and that's not nothing.
What will happen to this place now?
Well, I think that's on us.
This is my home.
And that's not going to change. That's not going to change. Look, I can come back and I can help run the show with you, and it'll be okay. You're not going to lose this, all right? You're not going to lose this.
You're the only one left.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. We just got to take it one night at a time.
It's like being a revenant again.
I know, and I'm sorry. It's okay. It'll be okay.
What will the Ordo do to us now that Joshua's gone? They'll burn this place down like the sheriff tried to do.
No, they won't. I'm not gonna let that happen. Look, we'll flash some smiles. We'll be real polite, and nothing bad's gonna happen. Okay? We're gonna figure this out. I promise.
Who are we gonna flash smiles to? The Ordo don't care. The sheriff didn't care.
I'm working that one out. The other sanctified will help us. We're not alone in this.
We're dying.
And it's up to you and I to say that stops here. And that he was the last one.
I need to go.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know.
I've got that spot that Stanforth let me have. You can go stay there for a couple days, and I can watch over things here.
I just don't want to be where he.
That's okay. That's okay. Do do you want some time alone, or do you want to be around people?
No.
Just whatever you need. You don't have to be here.
She pulls herself up with enough force that it actually dents the stage. And she begins to make her way towards the exit as you actually see a small scragged little fox run through the entrance and up to her, and she gives it a hug. And seems like she's made a friend.
Oh, who's your new friend?
I haven't given her a name yet.
When did you two meet?
It was just a couple of weeks ago. She was she'd been run over by a car and I wasn't able to. Well, we couldn't do anything to help her, so.
Well, it looks like...
Gave it a bite.
Yeah, you've helped her in a different way.
The fox goes up to you and sort of prances on up to you and nuzzles his nose against your shin.
She just very gently pets it.
It licks your hands.
Oh, she's very sweet.
Yeah, she is.
If you want to take her back to my place so you don't have to be here, that's okay, you know.
Thank you.
Of course, I'm always going to look out for you.
Thanks. I'm really lucky to have your name. I know that you'll make Joshua proud. She'll turn and the fox will follow her out.
Charlie's going to try really hard not to, like, start crying at that. Because she feels really bad.
So you mull on that and she begins to leave and she'll head to her apartment. You will you get a call.
Oh boy, from who?
It's from Saturn. It's from Fane.
I will answer.
Eva, I know this isn't the best time, but Scarcliff's had a meeting with the High Inquisitor and he wants to meet with you.
Alright. Where are we meeting? I'll get there as soon as I can.
We're meeting at the Central Mosque in Wembley.
Alright. I'll take one of the cars here.
Okay. I'll see you there.
Mm-hmm. And she will, in fact, take one of the cars, which I guess she kind of half owns now. and drive over.
You make your way there. Doesn't take you too long. Wembley's and Brent, so it's not far off from Camden, really. It's not that far out. You once you get there, you see the mosque itself. It's quite nice. Definitely one of the larger mosques in the city. And you make your way in.
Mm-hmm.
When you do, you find yourself you make your way over to the prayer mats, and you see these two figures standing.
All right, so
Right by
how
you.
much trouble are we in right now?
So cynical, my Miss Barnett.
Well, you know what they say, prepare for the worst, hope for the best.
Well, if you don't mind me saying, you don't seem very hopeful.
You know, we'll call it an off day for me. I'm normally much more optimistic.
I understand. But on the contrary, you've presented quite an opportunity.
Well, that's great to hear.
Trust me, Miss Barnett, if you were in trouble with the Inquisition, it is likely we would not be talking.
You know, yeah, y'all are very, very efficient, as evident by tonight.
Oh, would you like to meet the man in charge? These things,
That
so
is,
far as anyone's in charge of this complete and utter shit show.
you know, that is what I'm here for.
Well, I won't keep you any longer with idle chatter. Ah, Christophane, if you would. Right this way.
Of course. And she follows. And we'll give like a small, like polite smile and nod to the other Inquisitor.
He'll nod back. And you'll be guided over to Another large room with a lot of prayer mats. But when you enter, you see this man. He has a deformed face, and his attire looks distinctly foreign. Arabic, poorly suited to the country's climate. He doesn't say anything when he looks at you. He waits for you to speak first. He's quite tall. He stands heads and shoulders above you.
I was told you wanted to speak to me, sir.
Well, when someone murders one of our bishops, I like to get a good look of their face. He gives a very distorted smile with his very distorted face.
She'll do a little bit of like a spin and just like be like, well, you can get a good look at all of me, I guess.
To think the Inquisition has reached a point that the younglings are doing their jobs better than them.
Well, it's not every person that has such easy access to the issue.
Tell me, why did you kill your sire?
Because it's what needed to be done. He is he's such a dividing figure among us and among the other kindred in this city. And I'm sorry, but he wasn't going to change. And that's what we need right now. And I would have rather done it myself than let somebody else do it.
Ah. A hands-on woman. The Inquisition needs kindred like you now more than ever. He takes a brief moment to gauge you before continuing. Do you know what's been happening to us? You know the broad strokes. We're at war.
Mm-hmm.
The throne have flanked us. The Invictus hate us. And some of us chose a very bad time to pick a fight with the Ordo.
I am fully aware of that.
Let me give you a peek behind the curtain then. Bishops started this whole war because one of their own wanted to take a throne. Distinctly unlike us, really. I mean, we all part of the dance macabre, as the Invictus like to say. But we generally do not seek power so openly or brazenly as something the movement and the establishment does. The Archbishop is insane because he's slowly losing his mind due to refusing to enter the sleep of ages, because he's waiting for his distant relation to take the throne instead of Castille. When the war started, everyone from the Crusaders to the Inquisitors got sidelined, so they play their game of chess. Your sire made a lot of mistakes. I have a quick question for Charlie, out of character. Is she a true believer in the sanctified faith?
Yes. If only because if she wasn't, then everything she's done is kind of pointless. Like, she does believe, but a big part of that is there's very little else for her to believe in.
And he says, "You're not like your sire, who have doubts. I can respect that." One who never doubts their faith is not a believer, they're a follower.
I would hope I'm walking a different path than my sire at this point.
We haven't struck you down yet.
I appreciate that.
It is a harsh statement. But the Inquisition is not known for being forgiving. And times are more desperate than ever. Something you may be able to help us put an end to. You've made sacrifices. In spite of your doubts, confronted them. Stared them down and cut them down. Now we're going to do so again.
And where do you see that coming up next?
Oh, what did she say, sorry?
And where do you basically who's next?
Not yet. One formality left to take care of. We may have a lot of house cleaning to do. But we'll still need leadership at the end of all of this. Can't cut down the entire sect, and we're just doing the crone's work for them. And I don't particularly like the crone enough to do them that favor. We took a very neutral stance when it came to Castille and their feud of Stanthorpe. Clearly, that was a mistake. You've very much proven that to us. You've helped us make more progress in a night than we did in the past 6 months. So we're gonna take your sire's body to Castille. We're gonna put him on our desk. And we're gonna tell her how she's gonna end all of these wars. And when she's done that, she can be Archbishop. And Stanthorpe can take the nap that he deserves. He might be clan. But we've not been led further astray than since the 1500s. He needs to die. And that's a call I should have made a long time ago.
It doesn't matter what we should have done in the past. What matters is what we're doing about it right now.
It's rare that a neonate teaches me something about myself, but you have taught me how dangerous sentiment can be. and how it can cloud our judgment. I agree. It's time we started moving forward. But it appears we'll have to drag everyone else forward with us, whether they like it or not. Are you willing to do what's necessary in order for that to happen?
I just took a fire axe to my sire's head. At this point, there's no going back.
Then maybe you'll save more lives than you'll take. I guess we'll have to see. Thane, get the car ready. We're going to St. Rivers. He just walks out of the room. He expects you to follow him, judging
She'll
from his body
follow.
language.
Yeah, she'll follow.
As he exits the room, his form turns into that of an immaculately dressed Arabic man of about middle age. He'll head out of the building into the vehicle that Thane and Scarcliffe are waiting in. And you'll drive off to St. Rivers. When you get there, Thane opens the boot of the car and takes out a big black bag that quite clearly contains a body inside of it. And the trio of Inquisitors walk in to St. Rivers.
Gonna take a deep
High
breath.
Inquisitor in general.
Yeah, gonna take a deep breath and follow.
You see, Mother Tempest there, and she walks up to them, ready to quite doesn't really know what's going on, and goes up to ask them. But as she approaches, High Inquisitor just goes, "Don't even think about it." As Thane actually goes up to her and puts her hand on her shoulder and attempts to reassuringly whisper her, like, "Not now, man. This is not a good time." Do you actually walk up to her? Or do you just pass her by?
She'll like give her a look that is just a mix of apologetic but also like kind of a pleading of we can talk later, but please stay out of this right now.
Jeez. quite taken aback, but she knows it would be an absolutely awful idea for her to interfere at this juncture, so she doesn't. She's quite obviously afraid of the High Inquisitor.
Mood.
You all march on up to Bishop's office. Inquisitors don't knock, they just open the door. Castille stands up, quite taken aback by all of this. Elbashar, how may I help you this evening? The body bag is just dumped on the desk and immediately unzipped, revealing Joshua's torpid body. Doing you a favor and cleaning up your mess. He actually looks to you, Charlie, as if for you to follow up on that statement.
Oh no! Deep breath. She will step forward and just. It's become apparently clear that the sanctified of the city are in need of a bit of a nudge in the right direction. Consider this a nudge.
Do you want to roll me your manipulation plus intimidation?
Oh god! Fuck! Sure! Yeah!
Oh, you don't have intimidation?
I don't have it! I'm not!
You know, I'll allow you to roll your persuasion instead.
Okay.
But this is absolutely a shakedown.
I mean, it is. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna spend willpower on this.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, we're spending that willpower on this. So it's +2 or +3?
It's +3.
Okay, so that's 9 dice.
Okay, that's not bad.
Oh my god.
And you succeed. Well, actually, you only get the one success because her resolve is actually quite high, but...
No, that... God.
But
one success.
You got the 10 on the first dice, so... Yeah. She initially looks... It's that look of someone who looks shocked, whose shock is suddenly turning to furor, but then looks back at the torpid body and realizes whose child you are. And does not look quite as insulted. We've already lost one bishop to the crone, and you're taking out another?
Yes. If the bishops that we have are going to be putting us in as much danger as he did, then we're better off without them.
And so what? Is this an attempt to threaten me into compliance? Or is this a ploy from the Archbishop?
Charlie will kind of look to like the Inquisitors gather to be like, I don't really think this is a threat at this point, is it? More than just a statement.
Okay, definitely roll me intimidation now.
Yeah, no. I'm threatening. Can
Roll me that
I?
sweet willpower so you can get
Yeah,
the
no, I'm
bonus.
gonna be using willpower. Will losing my religion work for this, like the etiquette bonus?
Absolutely. This is kind of tearing somebody down for threatening the hell out of them. You're like a small fish who's just
I know.
staring down a shark and then has
I
just
know.
slapped the shark with the fin.
I know. I know.
So this is definitely losing your religion. In fact, I think that's particularly fitting a term for a bunch of sanctified arguing with each other.
Yeah.
So because you
Let
don't
me
have any
pull it
dice
up.
in intimidation, you lose 1 dice to your check.
That's
She has a
fine.
resolve of 3.
Okay.
So you lose 4 dice, but you gain. You're
Does
rolling
fast
3 from
talking,
manipulation.
or will I
Let
have a
me
dot
have
in
a look.
fast talking? Does that apply to anything? I'll pull it up. Give me a second.
1
Okay.
second. Let me fast talk.
When a marked contester resists your social interactions, apply a -1 dice penalty to his resolve or composure.
Yeah, I'll say that's applicable here. So
Okay.
you don't lose as many dice. You only lose 3 dice.
All right, and I get +2
Nice.
from losing my religion, or like from etiquette 2, and I get the 8 again quality.
You get 8 again and +2 dice bonus. Keep in mind, if you decide to losing your religion, she'll become hostile to you.
I'm already threatening her. She is already going to be hostile to me.
And I'll say this is an attempt to force open her doors.
Yeah, like this is. I feel like at this point we're not being polite.
Yeah, with Joshua's body is hard leverage.
Yeah.
Which I think actually gives you an additional bonus. I'm just going to double check that.
Okay. So manipulation 3 plus intimidation, which I don't have, but I'm going to be spending willpower.
So manipulation 3, +3 from willpower, +2 from losing your religion.
Okay, so that's
which is 8.
8.
-2 from her resolve because of fast talking. So, and then -1 because you're untrained in intimidation.
Okay, so 5.
So 5 dice, and you get hard leverage. I'm just going to check what that does. It is in the Chronicles of Darkness book. This does not actually force a breaking point upon her, so it doesn't count as hard leverage.
Doesn't count as any leverage.
Let's see. Doesn't really count as soft leverage. This will not improve her impression of you.
No, it won't. Okay. So just the 5 dice.
Just the 5 dice.
Okay.
Oh,
I know what I did.
Yeah, how do you know?
It's roll 8 again, right? Or do you want me to just roll the 5 and then pay attention?
Yeah, it's roll 8 again, 5, if I recall. Almost an exceptional, wow. Okay. So you just go all in on her. What do you say to her to get her to do what you want?
Oh, fuck. So she does this isn't really a threat at this point. This is a statement because you see what's really funny here is that you're taking the fact that this, and she points to Joshua, the fact that this has already happened, rather the fact that we're telling you we're going to do that as a threat, when in reality, the fact of the matter is that a neonate with less than a year under her belt has taken a situation, recognized what needs to be done, and went ahead and did it under your nose without you knowing until this exact moment, was successful in it, and now has brought the Inquisition to your door. So I'm not really sure you should be asking if this is a threat or not, ma'am. Because it's quite obviously just a promise of what's going to happen next.
What do you want? You see her hands have actually just sort of just completely shattered the edge of the desk.
I will look to the lovely head Inquisitor.
Here is what's going to happen. You, and he points at her, going to be the Archbishop. Done a fine job with Camden. Do a fine job with the Sanctified. The Archbishop needs to die. Not be outmaneuvered. Not checkmated in some arbitrary political game of chess. He's insane. He needs to die. That was really stupid, as he points to Joshua's torpid body. You shouldn't have done that. But I'll tell you how you can make it up to the rest of the domain. You make that lovely young lady there a bishop. She is his child by the succession. Bit old school for your tastes, but I don't care. The Inquisition will take care of your problem. We will give you the Sanctified. You will stop fucking us over. Or you will be the next peace offering to the Ordo. Enough wars. Enough bodies.
The sanctified will return to what they should have always been. Now, as I said, that man is a peace offering. He's going to be put on the table. Violdo, you're going to offer concessions of your own. And when we go to make peace with the crone, same thing. When we start looking for the Invictus, same thing. I don't care if you're broke. I don't care if you have to slit the throats of your ghouls. I don't care if you have to hand over this cathedral. I don't care. But you're going to do whatever's damn well needed to ensure the Sanctified survives. Because you don't get to wait out this little game while the rest of us burn. I think that's about everything. We're going to make some calls to the Ordo now. Do play nice. I expect your representative to be amenable when they're on the negotiating table. Anything Charlie has left to say?
Nope. Just polite nod as they all leave because she has realized what she has done at this point.
I expect her succession to be announced in the next 24 hours. You set up the Archbishop, and we'll knock him down. We'll take care of everything else. Good evening, Archbishop. And he will go to leave.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna follow him out with like a with a little meeker than before. Have a good night.
She looks physically exhausted. As you go to leave. You and Al-Bashar completely knocked the wind out of her.
It had to be done.
Yeah, fucking daisies. Not willing to get their damn hands dirty. And think they can throw us at our wayside.
Well, you have taken a good first step to make sure that you don't end up as cannon fodder.
Not anymore. I'm withdrawing Inquisitors off of any endeavors, missions, or battlefields they might be on. We're getting our house in order before we go to knock down anybody else's. We should have never been neutral. We should have just made the hard decision.
And now we know. This is what neutrality is. And in another 20 years, when something like this starts to happen again, we're not going to make the same mistake.
Oh. It gives you a crooked smile. No, we won't. He'll make a good bishop.
I sure hope so.
Keep me informed if any of the other bishops try anything underhanded.
And please, let me know if there's anything else I can do for y'all.
Well, if they do decide to come to the table, we'll want you on one side of it. You certainly know how to make a statement.
I was always the people person.
So I've seen. I said Castille's representative to be amenable. I'll need you to be the opposite. We need her to be in line.
You want me to be?
We don't want to hand you everything on a silver platter.
All right.
Who better? You're the only reason we have this chance. Might as well give you the opportunity to gain something out of it, Bishop.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get used to that one. I will make sure we come out of this at least with something, High Inquisitor.
Good. Now, you didn't exactly make any friends back there. I'd recommend you speak to a man called Cromwell. Bishop like you, he's a hardliner, but he's gonna be keen to keep Castille in check. He's one of the few bishops that backs Flemeth, the Archbishop's progeny, grandchild, I think.
I will arrange a meeting.
When Flemeth and the Archbishop are taken out of the picture, he's gonna need some allies. Lend him your hand. I'm sure with the way that you handle yourself, he'll be eating out of it at the end of the night. He gives a very guttural laugh, which doesn't sound entirely natural.
Just polite smile. Polite smile.
Now, I've got some preparations to attend to, so I'll see you on the other side.
Of course, I will be sure to let you know how negotiations go.
Good evening, Bishop Barnett. Congratulations.
Thank you kindly.
And then he'll walk out of the building, opens the doors, just throws them open, and then simply fades into the city streets as if he was never there. And the other Inquisitors begin to take their leave. Although Thane will actually stop for you. She will stay. Scarcliffe will leave, but Thane will stay. She'll put a hand on your shoulder and will say, "Is there anything I can do for you?"
I do not want to make the same mistakes my sire did. He made a lot of enemies very quickly without making any friends to make up for that. And she kind of points to the office. It's like, I need more friends. And I know we've had a bit of a rocky start, but I would greatly appreciate a little bit of advisement from time to time if you're willing to provide it.
You have a friend in me. I know what it's like.
I appreciate that more than you know.
If you ever need to talk, I'll make time.
Thank you. I think I need to let this sit and make sure this isn't some dream or nightmare. But I will probably be hitting you up on that.
Well, you have my number.
And if you need anything, you have mine too.
Thanks.
Of course. I think I'm gonna go check in on Mother Tempest. Is that her name? Is that her title? I feel like that's her title.
Yeah. She's Priestess is sanctified, and she's just referred to as Mother Tempest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make sure Mother Tempest is all right.
Some people refer to her as Reverend Tempest, but she mainly goes by Mother. But she's looking worried. She doesn't really know what's going on.
Hi.
However, I suppose I wouldn't be able to ask what on earth that was all about.
Charlie shrugs. She says, We did what had to be done.
This place of worship cannot condone bodies being brought into this sacred place.
I deeply apologize for the offense we caused in this display, but it had to be done.
She sort of tilts her head, narrows her eyes a little bit. What has happened?
A step towards something different for all of us.
She looks a bit frustrated.
I don't know how much I'm supposed to actually say. I wanted to make sure you were okay, because, like, no, the head Inquisitor gives me the creeps, too. He's really kind of scary. And I don't want to make him mad by saying something I'm not supposed to, but I came in the other night and we prayed together about the strength to make the hard choices. And this was when those choices had to be made. And once again, I'm terribly sorry that it had to be in a vulgar display in your church.
She attempts to put aside her frustration.
Oh no, you're muted.
She puts aside her frustration and just says, "Well, you are forgiven. I need to attend to some business. I wish you a pleasant evening."
A pleasant evening to you as well.
She'll depart. And I think with that, we can end the scene right there. Thank you, Claire, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye bye.